right, here you go. We got the Father's Day 5.
Okay.
You guys ready?
I think so.
All right, here we go. Give me your best father-son sports moment. I always tell you mine. With my father, we were at the championship game. I was a little boy. Eagles, Cowboys, and it was 1980 at the Vet, and he had the big green Army blanket. It was freezing cold, and I'll never forget. It was that was an indoctrination into what we saw about, what it was like to be an Eagles fan. Guys, and I remember how freezing. Guys with no shirts. And when you're like 10 years old, you're looking up and going, oh, my God. It was awesome.
I remember that day well. I was outside because, Papa was always hustling. We were selling. I was on the corner with him selling like Eagles pennants and gear.
It was
so cold.
It was freezing.
Yeah.
Those are great memories.
Everyone's just screaming like "bleep Dallas."
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I was like 8 years old. I was like,
I hated Dallas.
That is awesome. Great story, man.
What's your best father-son sports moment?
All right, my final year at Pop Warner, Cherry Hill M-Word League here. So my last game in this league, playoff game, we're playing. So we were the Rams. We're playing the Lions. The Lions we always struggled against. So the playoff game, my dad, it's a rainy, cold day. It's late fall. And my dad's out there, he could have been working in Philly or whatnot. He was out there in that cold, videotaping the game, even though we got killed. But he was just, wanted to be in the moment with me. And that's a moment that I'll never forget. Because, we talked about it before. My dad's not a sports guy. Right. He's a Colombian, straight from Colombia. He doesn't even really even like soccer, which is crazy. I'm the soccer fan in the family. So for him to be there, showing some support, showing some love, videotaping as we're getting killed by the Lions, that's one of the moments that always sticks in my mind.
That's awesome. Nice, that's good stuff.
Great story.
That's good stuff. Yeah. What do you got there, man, in the box? You and your dad.
Man, it had to be 2007, 2008, right around the time we won the World Series. My dad takes me to the Phillies game. It's me, my mom, and my dad, and we're sitting third base line, so I'd say like 135-ish. Howard hits a foul ball. My dad bare hand catches it. And gives me the ball, and I still have the ball.
Nice bare hand
catch. He stood up, all the people around him, and he grabs it, and I still have the ball today.
Because you got to meet Mr. Frazier. He's a baseball guy, big baseball.
That's fantastic.
He loves bunting too, and he wishes they would bunt more.
He kept bringing that up on Sunday.
I love the bunting.
I don't know how to bunt anymore.
Yeah, he's an old school baseball guy.
Yeah, bunting. He loves the bunting.
Oh, God bless him. That's awesome. I love that. BG, best father-son.
I mean,
with the fire.
I used to love just having a catch, but golf, we live near Juniata Golf Course. Golf's a little pricey. But there was a gap in the fence on Wyoming Avenue. And right about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, my dad, we'd grab our bags and sneak through the little gap on the fence. And he'd be like, if anyone asks, just act like we've been here all day. And we'd do 9 holes, 4 holes in the back. We'd sneak
sick,
on.
VJ.
That's awesome.
It was good.
That's cool. That's very cool. I love that.
That's a good story for your dad, VJ.
That's great. All right, give me this. Give me, because Father's Day is a celebration of manhood, right? It's guys. Give me your ultimate man day. You could do whatever you want.
With my dad or just in general?
Whatever you want. You, your dad, or just you.
Well, if it's just me and my dad's very simple. He just needs a couch, a TV, some movies, and a bunch of Colombian food. That's the best day with my dad. But for me personally, best man's day, give me some beer, give me some sports, give me some body of water, ocean, pool, whatever it may be. I'm simple with that. That's my ultimate.
All right, so you're at a bar, pool bar, watching the game.
Something like that. Yeah, you can be at home. I love those three. That three combination.
All right,
those big
go.
Three.
Frazier.
Man day. I'm gonna go with my dad. Playing some golf would be the start.
That's right. You're a golfer.
Go out and play golf with dad. Play 18, come home and make some microwave nachos, they just throw the Tostitos in there with the cheese, melt them, and then probably watch some crappy movie like a Marvel movie or Lord of the Rings or something like that at the end of the day.
Very cool. I love it. VG?
I'll start off with some golf too. Maybe I see Frazier out there. Some golf. Probably hit the casino for lunch. Play a little table games. Hit a baseball game, I think. Go see the ladies afterwards. and support the arts and some
Chicka-wow,
dancers. And, finish off with pen and pencil. It's a great day, full day.
Go see the ladies.
What ladies are you seeing?
Oh my God, that is the greatest.
awesome.
All right, give me this. Give me your favorite father-son sports duos in sports. I'll start with you, JP. I'll give you mine first. I love the Mannings and Peyton and Archie.
That's a good one.
I wrote a story for Esquire magazine about Archie Manning's advice to a new dad. Anthony was just born, and I pitched the story that I want advice for a young football player. He's a baby, right? What's the best advice? So I went to Archie Manning, and I wrote the story about Archie Manning giving me advice about my son. And Archie talked about the number 8, and the number 8 was his belt. And he had this belt, and it was like a big buckle with the 8, right? And it was to hang in his room. And every time Peyton and Eli got into trouble, he would bring out the belt. And they were afraid of the number 8, and they called it the number 8.
This is crazy.
And I remember talking to Peyton, right, about this. And Peyton said, yeah, dude, he goes, one time the Little League concession stand was open. And me, Eli, and a couple of our friends raided the concession stand. We're eating hot dog, for nothing, right, whatever. Word gets into it to back to Archie that they, robbed the concession stand, all the food, and the number 8 came out.
Oh, man.
And he goes, listen, 99 out of 100 times he never used the number 8, but that one he did. The
This
number
is your
8.
best,
Number 8.
best duo father son.
Tell me that's not a great story.
We're beating him with a belt. This is your favorite duo.
That's your selling point right there is the
number
belt.
8. The number 8.
I was like
Tell me
ready.
that's not a great story.
Oh, my God.
I was ready for some great words of
He
advice.
beat him, No, it was more like a thing. Archie was a great dad. Like, it was more for show than anything else. He wasn't an abuser.
It wasn't Michael Jackson.
They were joking around. Like
with
Peyton
a belt.
Peyton was like, dude, like that number 8 would stare at me.
BG's thinking like Adrian Peterson over here.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
No mental trauma there. The belt hanging in the room.
Yeah. Just flash the belt.
You better complete this pass.
Oh, man.
So what do you got, JP?
Best father-son duo. Philly sports. Let's go Howie Long and Chris Long.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Very good. I like it. What do you got, Frazier?
The Griffies. I love Ken Griffey Jr. was my favorite player growing up in baseball. So I just love the fact that they played together and all that stuff.
That's pretty cool.
I love Griffey too.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest dudes ever. He loved John Marzano. Loved Johnny Mars. And I got to be close with Junior through Johnny Mars.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he was a great dude. One of the greatest guys. He was legit. What do you got, VG?
I'm just in the moment. I'm a big fan of the Trots right now. When they were on the show, they're just happy. They make me feel
That's
good.
good,
I really
EJ.
hope it works out for young Trotter.
Me too.
They're solid.
Root for him.
Yeah.
The Axe guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Trot makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Never rooted harder for a 5th rounder in my life.
Ammo 23 in the chat room. Gordy and Mark Howell. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Great one.
Flyer. Mark Howell's a great defenseman. Number 2. He was a great defenseman.
Best Flyers defenseman ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. He was amazing. All right. Question number 4. You get to pick your own TV dad and your own movie dad.
Oh, both?
All right. So you get a TV dad and a movie dad that you get to pick to be your father. All right. So, Frazier, I'll start with you, Andrew.
TV dad, I know, right, easily. It would be Bryan Cranston from Malcolm in the Middle. I just think that would be so funny. I just always thought he was a funny character. Movie dad, man.
You can pick anyone you want.
Who would I pick? Who would
You
I
can
pick?
Don Corleone if you want. He'd be a good father. Don Corleone.
Sure.
Right?
He was a good movie
man.
dad.
He was a
Good
good
perks.
By the way, he was a good dad.
Yeah.
He knew Fredo was weak.
Yes, he did
Right?
know Fredo.
But he also coddled him. right? Like he knew he knew Sonny was a hothead.
Yes,
Like,
he did.
Right? Like, and he understood it. And he loved Michael. He didn't want Michael to be a part of it. You know?
Yeah. Loving guy, a loving dad.
Yeah.
With a hell of a good perks.
Yeah.
No one's messing with you.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to go to a ball game, you sit wherever you want.
You're the Don's kid. Forget about it.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got there, my man JP?
All right, so for TV, this one's tough, but I went with Uncle Phil. Obviously, wasn't the father of Will.
It's a father figure, though.
But he was a father figure.
That counts.
Stepped up in a big way for Will. And then for movie, I'm going Chris Gardner. He's from The Pursuit of Happiness. Will Smith again. Will Smith character there. Just that whole story. Like, did you watch Pursuit of Happiness?
No.
So in the story,
I'm not the biggest Will Smith fan.
Yeah, me neither.
So he was homeless throughout the entire movie, and then he wanted to get into finance. That was his dream, getting into finance. So you see him going from a homeless man selling like these dental like machines that he was terrible at selling, but he had that passion. So you see him going from homeless. Like there's a crazy scene where he doesn't have a place to stay for the night. So him and his son locked themselves into like the train station janitor's room. So seeing him go from that struggle to reaching his dreams, that's the Pursuit of Happiness title. Okay. I thought that's my movie dad.
All right.
Chris Gardner.
That's a bust out one. You ever read The Road, Cormac McCarthy?
No, I have not.
Oh yeah, that's a great. I read it and watched the movie.
It's a great book, it's about this father and son. So it's post-apocalyptic, right? And there was a nuclear war, and they're trying to get through. Now it's like the rest of humanity that survives, and the oceans are poison and everything. So they stumble into a house, and it's a great scene, right? Like it's all about keeping his son alive, right? And it's a great book, but there's a scene where they stumble into a house that's been abandoned, and they open the refrigerator. The fridge still works, right? And there's a cold Coke, and nobody had ever the son never knew about a Coke, and he gave the son the Coke, and the son went nuts. It was a great scene in the book. It was really.
You ever see the movie? Viggo Mortensen plays the father.
You know what? I love the book so much that I didn't want to see the movie.
It's good. It's good. It's a really good movie.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Who we got?
TV. I really like Modern Families. Phil Dunphy. He's like a real estate agent guy. He always tries hard to make the family together. He usually fails, but he means well. He's supportive. I don't think I'd have many issues, with him as a father. And you got to go Clark Griswold. I mean, is there any better?
That is a good one.
Always trying to
That is a
good
one. Yeah, that's a great one.
Christmas Vacation, my favorite Christmas movie.
That's a great one. All right, finally, the 3 best father figures in Philadelphia sports history.
Okay.
Ooh, history.
Yeah.
All right.
So who are your 3? Number one to me, I'll just give you my number one, would be Charlie Manuel.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's on my list.
I think Skip is number one as a father figure.
Yes.
Uncle Charlie, the father figure, he's got that right there back with you, son.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that way about him. All right, what do you got?
All right, so one, I'm going Jim Curtin.
Love
the Jimmy.
You love Jim Curtin.
Love you, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Number 2, going Doug Peterson. And then number 3, I'm going with Anthony L. Gargano because I love hearing your stories. You're a big part of Philadelphia sports history. And God bless, hopefully one day I do get to that point. I love hearing your stories with Anthony Moss, and it definitely does inspire me when I become a dad.
Thanks, bro.
Being a crazy sports dad.
Yeah. It's the best. It really
Those are my
is.
3.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
What do you got there, Andrew?
I'm gonna go Doug Peterson. I think was great. Super Bowl winner.
Doug, really?
Yeah.
Dougie.
Charlie
Charlie's a father figure, huh? Interesting. I
can see that.
Charlie is definitely on my list. And then a player, Brian Dawkins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Imagine B-Dog as your dad and you're waking up.
It's
just the Wolverine.
Dude, such an inspirational guy. I feel like would just motivate you every single day, would make you a better man, better person overall. And that's why I would see him as a father figure.
All right. I like that. No torts.
Nah, who the hell wants to grow up in that house? Oh, my God. There's an 8 belt. There's a 12 belt.
You up.
Best dog dad.
Yeah, great with the dogs, but the
I
kids.
was setting you up.
Yeah. It's a wall of belts.
Get your head out of the rack. You got a 94. Why did you get 100?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's great.
This is social studies. Come on, anyone can get it. All you got to do is read.
Who's your best?
I mean, Charlie's on the list. Buddy. Come on, man. You gotta go, Buddy Ryan. Anyone's
Buddy-
gonna have your back. Is
Buddy
Buddy.
was the best.
Similar. I do like Topper. I like Topper's vibe and demeanor.
I was thinking Topper.
I was
pretty
thinking
good.
him.
Topper does have a great father figure
I think he
kind of
leads
way.
you in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I think Jeff Stoutland.
Oh, good pick,
Stoutland
man.
University.
Yeah, what he
Dude,
does with
that's
these
a-
offensive
That's a
linemen.
good one, VJ.
Yeah.
he's
That's a
just-
good pick.
Yeah,
That's
he
a good
seems
one.
like the dad of our O-line, and our O-line's always, even when the team's in disarray, the O-line is together.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
I would also throw in Jim Johnson.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure, totally.
He totally.
We all silly like the mayor.